I am at Apimondia 2025, and in this video, I'm going to show you everything that you need to see. This one is going to be brilliant. So we made it inside. The first stop is going to be the World Beekeeping Awards. So anybody who attends Apimondia can submit their innovations, can submit their best products, they can submit their wine. There is a category for pretty much everyone. And it is very busy in here and people really do want to see what's going on. I have taken tons and tons of B-roll. We've got loads of different types of mead, all of these glorious colours of mead. I find the only frustrating thing with coming to these shows and filming is that I can't taste them because I've got to hold the camera in one hand and it is a little bit difficult. And it's very, very busy in here as well. Everyone wants to kind of get a good look and get a good taste. But wow, all of these different honey-based meads, obviously all the mead is going to be honey-based. I want to have a taste though, and I think I'm going to come here next time and not film. But we're onto a cool section here now. So everything we're seeing here now is beeswax candles. We've got blocks, we've got the most ornate, brilliant beeswax candle I think I've ever seen in my life. It's just, you know, local beekeeping association up to a national one, and then this is the international level. Now I'm flipping my camera around here because this is the winner, I would say, for the best thing I have ever seen in my entire life. That is a ship made out of wire and honeycomb. And then over here, we've got a mermaid to go with it as well. Have you ever seen anything so incredible in your life? But if you look around, look how many people are here for the World Beekeeping Awards. Let's talk more about the products that I want to show here because there are some absolutely incredible innovations. So this is one of my favorite inventions here. I've seen a guy on Instagram and TikTok, I think, build a number of these with 3D printer, and then he runs them inside his wall, so they're living on the inside of the house. Really, really cool stuff. Now this one here is very, very cool. It's a solar wax melter, but it's also got a solar panel at the top, I'm guessing for additional heating. But look at the size of the thing, absolutely monstrous. Comes on a stand so you can pivot it around, spin it to get the sun all day long. This is something that I could definitely use in my apiary. So this is the micro honey harvester. I filmed this one with Simon. I'm gonna go ahead and say this is gonna be the winner. What do you think? For anyone who doesn't know, this is a micro honey spinner. You get cassettes like that are full of honey. You put them in there one at a time. It spins it out in there, no cords, battery powered. It is very, very cool. This one here is a new design of pollen trap. I have to say, I've never seen anything quite like this before, but you can roughly work out how it's gonna work. The bees are gonna go through those holes and drop the pollen off their legs. But yeah, nice, cool design, something very new indeed. So I finished my tour of the Beekeeping Awards, some incredible products there, and I'm quite excited to see who is gonna win. Next stop is gonna be the honey tasting bar, where I can taste honeys from all over the world. So we've made it to the honey bar, possibly my favorite place. And as I said before, the problem with filming is that I don't often get to taste any of the honey, but one of the wonderful people behind the bar here just said, you know what, I'll hold the camera for you, which means that I can get in here now. So I have got some delicious white clover honey here from Denmark. I'm gonna have a really good taste. What I've learned doing honey tastings is you don't want a huge amount of honey. This lady here has been eating honey like a bear the entire time, but I just like to get most of it off. Oh, very nice. Very recognizable. We have a lot of clover in the UK. That is a really nice honey. But what makes the honey show so special is it's not just Denmark, it's not just Sweden, it's not just Norway. It is every single country in the world that is attending Apimondia. And I'm gonna go around now and taste every honey from every single place. I am so excited. Now, as you can see, there are absolutely tons of honey. I'm genuinely blown away by the amount of different countries that have sent their honey here. And a lot of the people, a lot of the beekeepers have actually come along as well, and they're representing their honey. I met a wonderful lady yesterday from Grenada, Spice Island, and she said, yeah, come out here and I'll show you all my beehives. And I thought, wow, that could be the next stop, couldn't it? Grenada, going out in the sun in the Caribbean. I do like my cricket and my jerk chicken to say that as well, and the curry goat. So look out 2026, maybe 2027, heading off to Grenada. But that is what Apimondia is all about. I could be here doing 20 different videos on different inventions and going really drilling deep into stuff. But I realize now after some self-reflection that it's better for me to be talking to people, building connections in the hope that we can bring better content to people on YouTube. Hopefully that is the right strategy. In terms of my favorite honey though, there was a cedar honey from Greece that was incredible. They also had a really nice thyme honey from Greece as well. A lot of good honeys produced in Greece, it seems. Some of my other favorites, I had one that was from Lebanon, absolutely phenomenal. But what's really nice is just tasting the different ones. Some of them are not actually that nice. Some of them might be adulterated with sugar syrup, and they have cancelled the honey show here, which is a real shame due to adulterated honey going in. But I would say the majority of the honeys on the honey bar are 10 out of 10, really good, huge variety. There is a honey here for everyone. Next up is the Expo, and you are not ready for the size and the scale of this thing. It is huge. So first stop, I'm at the Apimondia stand, and I love it here. All they've got is a sign that says Swiss quality and about 6 Apideias. They don't need anything more than that because Apideias are by far and away the very best mating that's going. I've tried pretty much all of them in that format, and definitely the Apideia really are a class above. Hopefully some collaborations coming soon with these guys. Watch this space. So let's take a look around the expo. Let's take a stop at my #1 favorite place, which is the license store. Oh my goodness, they have brought everything, and I mean everything here. My personal favorite, they've got a 24 French cassette extractor. It is huge, but the one that I'm going to show you is one that I've never ever seen before. It is an extractor that you can move whilst it's got honey frames in it. This is really, really cool. So if you take a look around at all of the extractors here, you will see that this one over here is quite a lot lower than the rest of them. And there is no clearance on the base, which obviously is going to be a bit of an issue for putting a honey bucket there, but there is a solution. So if we look over here, we've got some casters, we've got a little handle, all of those pop up, bring the extractor up to the normal height. But what it means is that when they're on the wheels, you can move it around anywhere you want in your honey extraction room. A really, really good flexible design. So when I was on the license stand yesterday, I was having a chat with Thomas, who is the CEO, and I was asking him, why have you become the platinum sponsor for Apimondia? Like, that is a lot of money that you spent on that. Why is it so important to you? And he said, the beekeeping community is the most important thing to him, and Copenhagen is almost like a second home. It's so close to Poland, where the license brand has been built, that there was no other option than coming to Apimondia in full force and making sure that they were the platinum sponsor. And take a look at what they've done. It really is a very, very good setup that they've got here. Let's go and take a look at what else they've got in the show, because this expo is huge. Now, I know I say that everything that I see is the coolest thing that I see, but I'm like a little boy here. All of these tools, look what this guy's doing here. He's just got a pneumatic, electric-powered hive lifter, and I really want one of these in my apiary. Why can't I get one of these? Why can't we get these in the UK? Only available in Copenhagen, it seems. If you know where they're selling these in the UK, give me a shout, because I definitely want one of these. So one of my favourite things about being in Europe is the common sense approach to risk. You can do things here that you can't do in the UK. So what we have behind me here is a foundation making machine. And if you were in the UK, there's absolutely no way they'd have this up and running. But no, this is Copenhagen, common sense prevails, and they had this up and running yesterday and today, and 3 or 4 times. Big, massive Volton tubs of beeswax, huge fire risk, but there's no fires, it's common sense. I absolutely love it. And boy, this is a serious wax foundation machine. Absolutely love it. So this product here is very, very cool. This is bee bread that's been extracted in the exact form that is kept in the beehive using the device that they showed behind. I've not seen bee bread produced like that, and the way that they're showing that it's being produced is very, very simple. So, potential new market for people. I'm gonna have a little taste of it, see what it's like. Bee bread in a tub could be the next thing. So, I've got a little bit of bee bread here. I think I ate a little bit too much. Nice though. Pollen, honey, anything else? Propolis? A little bit. All of the good trace elements, the good stuff that you're gonna get out of the beehive. Maybe wouldn't have it every single day, but I can taste how good it is for me. I'm gonna go get a glass of water.
here at Apimondia with Lawrence, and it's just such an awesome show. The reason I'm here is because there's so many international companies and beekeepers here. I just love learning everything about honeybees, how they're kept in different boxes, and I'm also wanting to learn more stuff about the what we can do at our North American Honeybee Expo. There's so many cool companies. We want to see the new products, the latest innovations at our show as well. And so just collaborating and learning with all these amazing beekeepers and companies, it's really what makes me tick, and I think a lot of people feel the same.
So Apimondia is very different from what you see in the UK when it comes to bee expos. Bee expos in the UK normally business to customer, so B2C, where beekeepers can go and get maybe a couple of beehives, get some foundation, get some frames, whereas Apimondia is clearly focused on the B2B, the business to business side. So what you're seeing here is a lot of people having conversations, sitting down, having a cup of tea, tasting some honey, talking business, and they're going to do the stuff in the future. Different type of event, very, very cool. Let's go and see what else is going on. So this is the cool invention, the thermo-solar hive from Fine Bees, designed to be able to combat varroa without any chemicals whatsoever. Now, I've seen this done previously. It is a tried and tested method for varroa control, but what they think they developed with the thermo-solar powered hive from Fine Bees is a way to ensure that they do not have any fertility issues with drones and queens. Now, I can't vouch for that here, but look at this. It is an awesome hive, really good innovation, people pushing the boundaries further and further, and that is what Apimondia is all about. So quick stop at the flow stand. You know me, big fan of my flow hives. Good to see that they've got the super lifter here as well, constantly innovating an already very good product. So I'm having a wonderful time filming here at Apimondia, but this is a perfect opportunity for me to give you some help. I've developed a brand new beekeeping course called 14-Day Beekeeper that will transform you from a beginner or a novice into a competent beekeeper in just 14 days. This is a transformational course that will really give you all of the knowledge that I have developed over 15 years of beekeeping. If you want to learn more, check it out in the listing below. Now, I sometimes get accused of being a little bit over-enthusiastic about things. So everything is the best thing ever, and oh my God, I can't believe it, this is amazing. So let's bring in a little bit of negativity as well. One of the things that I do not like about Apimondia is the food. Don't know, not a fan. I'll go and show you some of the bits that they've got over there, but it's just, I can see why they've developed the food like that, but it's just not to my taste. And I'm guessing it's not to a lot of other people's taste as well. There's one really cool stand that's like a hot dog stand, and the guy's there cooking the hot dogs, very nice hot dogs. But everything else apart from that, sandwiches and other stuff that's there, like salad and quinoa in a tub. Who comes to Apimondia and wants quinoa in a tub? You kind of go up and say, excuse me, sir, do you have any quinoa in a tub? And you know, it's not very nice. So the food's not that good. So just to add some context, you know, there's good things, there's bad things, and I'll always try and be as honest as I possibly can. But if you think it is over infectious or over enthusiastic without any justification, it is just because I'm like a little boy in a toy shop, just like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. I'm gonna flip it around. I'm gonna show you something cool that I've just come up to here. This is one of my favorite products at Apimondia. Oh, how many times have I said that now? So I saw this product at Nabi back in 2024. It is a creaming machine, but it is a creaming machine like no other creaming machine you've ever seen before. And it does produce the smoothest soft set honey you can imagine. And it does it through pressurization of this churn mechanism here. It's like nothing else, no other creamer you've ever seen. Believe me, they are not the cheapest device, but they are working on something that might be a little bit more amenable to amateur beekeepers. So we're back to being really, really positive again because I've got some food and it is really good food. So there's no way that I can give you this advice now because this event is going to be months away once I get this video out on YouTube, but these hot dogs probably saved me. The hot dogs and the coffee have what kept me going during Apimondia 2025. So this is a really nice touch. In Apimondia, you have these tiny little booths with the hexagons in the background. Don't they look nice? I think I want to get one of these up in the forest apiary as well, but smaller, you know, not the big massive brands that can't afford however much it costs per stand nowadays. But if you're like a really small producer, there is a space for you too at Apimondia. And as you can see, if I just spin around, everyone is talking. Everyone is communicating with each other. And that is what it's all about. I'm just gonna freestyle a little bit here and they're not gonna flick back to me running around with the camera, but I'm gonna show you something over here because there's a conference going on within the center and I really like that. So we've got a guy here talking about varroa from Argentina. So he's just kind of behind me there. I like that setup. It feels very inclusive here. There is a different room where you go out and do more dedicated talks, but it's integrated. You have these little breakout areas so everyone can stay in the same place. And I think that gives it a really nice close feel community. which for a worldwide conference is obviously going to be quite difficult to achieve. I absolutely love it here. The next time I go to Apimondia, it will be in Dubai. So it's 2 years time, 2027, and it's in Dubai, and I'm definitely 100% going. And I'm going to do my very best to get my videographer Zane to come with me as well, because I think I need someone here to hold the camera. It's quite difficult getting the best out of a conference like this if you've got to hold up the camera as well and try and show people what is going on. But I'm going to start where I finished, which is at the license stand, because that is the place where I have the majority of my equipment. And they are the guys that supported this more than any other with their platinum sponsorship. But Apimondia is not just about the expo. Let's go and see what else is going on. So I'm in a slightly quieter place now. It's called the poster room. And this is a really cool idea. We should do this at other beekeeping shows. All these posters that you can just walk through, and I'm guessing that people can just come along and put up whatever poster they want, and you can tell people about kind of any scientific thing you're doing, any research, maybe you're reaching out for people, doing a collaboration, or maybe you just want to tell people about your country and like the honey that you're producing there. This is really good. Like, I'm just looking through. There is so much information here. So let me look at that one. Analysis of nectar production characteristics and quality of buckwheat honey in Taiwan. Anybody wants to know that very, very specific thing, there is a poster for you in Apimondia. Varrometer, customize your varroa control strategy. So you can see like the idea of people coming in here, giving little bits of information on their poster to try and build up some interest. I could spend like a good couple of hours looking around here, finding some nice cool things. And for me, like the whole purpose of Apimondia is to build connections. And this is really good. You can walk around, you can get a lot of connections in a very short space of time. There's QR codes, there's websites. Every single poster tells a different thing. So if you're interested in knowing about the Oregon State University, understanding and improving honeybee nutrition by evaluating protein supplements in the United States, then maybe you want to kind of get down to Apimondia. I was reading that as if it was going to be a completely nonchalant rubbish thing that I wasn't interested in. I'm actually really interested in that. Evaluating protein supplements in the United States. We need to do more of that. I'm going to hang around and take a look at this one. Now, this does happen to me at literally every beekeeping show that I go to, or a conference or event. I just get drawn to the expo. Like, I was supposed to go back in and show you the lecture halls there and the food, and like, I'm back in the expo again. What am I doing there? So let's walk all the way through. I'll give you a clean cut. So I'm going to leave the expo here now, and you come out into this really nice bright atrium. You can see the sun is going to mess up the shots a little bit here, but in this area here you've got people kind of having conversations. You can get your coffee, you've got the beekeeping awards here, you've got the honey bar, all the toilets are here. In terms of facilities, the Bella Centre, where it is based in Copenhagen, really is very, very good. Perfect for hosting this kind of event. Loads of parking, but really good to see that no one's coming in their cars, because the public transport system here in Copenhagen is absolutely fantastic. It really, really is quite good. But I'm going to walk through here. They've got some session halls, they've got some lectures going on. And what they have at Apimondia as well is you can book yourself onto various different events throughout the week, but also for the preceding weeks. So you can go and do queen rearing courses, you can go and learn how to make candles, you can do all of these different cool things. The planning and the organisation that goes into creating an event like this is absolutely insane. It really is. And it's nice to see that it changes hands. So it's a different organisation, and it's just passed around to all of these different countries to host. And what that means is that every single year, or every single 2 years, Apimondia is held every 2 years, it's different. It's a different take, it's a different ethos, it's different people, different communities, different environments. You get the idea. It's just a completely different event, which keeps people interested. Like, there is no way that I'm not going to Dubai in 2027. Beekeeping Apimondia Expo events in Dubai, definitely going to have a little bit of that, I think. So you've reached the end of the video. I have no idea how long that is going to have turned out, but we have done pretty much everything that is available at Apimondia 2025. I am so sorry if I've missed you, but do not worry. I'll be back in Dubai 2027. Trust me, there is no way you can keep me away from that one.